someone who exclusively is attracted to women. The fact that they have somehow conflated pedophilia with child abuse is beyond me. So they should be called white grooming gangs the same way Asian grooming gangs are called Asian grooming gangs. However, we have coincidentally conflated the two, and now white people get a headline of thug. Can you imagine calling someone a thug after abusing a child?
Okay, they should call them child rapists. They should call them child rapists. And if it's a gang, it should be gang child rapists.
But here's the thing. Okay, this is where the statistics come from. When you search articles and you write in grooming gangs, you will find majority Asian. You can check Google now. Google it now.
Okay.
Type in grooming gangs, you will get Asian.
That's right.
Type in pedophile ring. What will you get? You'll get right. But this is what I'm trying to say. When we paint it a certain way, right? We now do statistics that we search articles backwards, type in grooming gang as our reference, right? And then we only get Asian perpetrators.
Okay, so how many countries are in Asia? How many countries in Asia?
Say that again?
How many countries in Asia?
How many countries in Asia?
Yeah.
Oh, my job.
I only know because I googled it. 48.
48,
right?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you could put this Asian grooming gangs down to about 7 countries.
Not really. But
yeah, well, I could try. I could try. I could off the top.
I can refuse if you want.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll throw.
Let me did an experiment, right? Where they checked how police identified perpetrators. They found that the police routinely misidentified white British, Turkish people, and people from Afghanistan as Asian. None of these are Asians. Afghans, Arabs.
So the 84% of gang grooming convictions were Asian.
No.
Was Robert Jones and David Williams or what?
You're talking about again.
Convictions.
We can 100%.
Convictions.
No, I'm asking you. You're saying we can 100% rely on these statistics to say that he's from Asian countries.
Afghanistan.
Say that again?
Yeah.
Are both in? So is Russia.
Yeah, and Georgia is.
So is Russia.
And Georgia.
They're Afghan. No. Turkish people do not identify themselves as Asian. Say that again?
When does Asia start?
Where does it start?
Historically, east of the Bosphorus.
East of?
Phosphorus.
Okay, yep.
Which is
Okay.
so Turkey was actually the original place that came back.
Okay.
That's where the term Asia comes from.
Actually, not really. Because Turkey right now is in the middle.
Turkey and
why is Turkey in the
Turkey
European
and the
Union?
Levant were the original
Why
places.
is Turkey being going to the European Union? An Asian country can't go into the European Union, so please
Because
say.
because they have the west of the Bosphorus still.
So there you go.
It's on the west of the Bosphorus.
So there you go. So I'll give you an example. No, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. Can I give you an example? Yes. I want to say this is what confuses me. Russia is the west. Russia goes further.
I thought you were moving that way, and I was just following you.
It goes further. It goes. No. But that's the thing. When we do Russian crimes, what will we identify them as? We'll identify them as white. Don't be disingenuous.
Different ethnic groups.
Of course. But don't be disingenuous about it.
Dagestanis.
Don't be disingenuous about it. But at the same time, there's different ethnicities in British as well.
I mean,
No, that's all that as well. Say that again?
what's your point?
My point is, no. But my point is, how can you identify someone, even if we take away Russia, supposedly, if we take away Asia, and we take away people who are from Afghanistan, how do you misidentify white British people as Asian? Then
Okay. Let's go on the stats.
No, I understand that. Because I've actually looked. I've always questioned why is Turkey not in the European Union.
Well, it's also
But at the same time, there's a split identity between Turkey and Asia in particular. But it's the same with Russia. Russia travels a lot more east than most countries.
Okay, geography now, but let's go back on the
Geography
stats.
is important.
Yeah, of course it is. But let's go back on the stats. 84% of gang grooming.
Where have you got the 84% from, sir?
Quillian. It's a Muslim-run think tank sponsored by the government.
No, I have to refute this.
Well, it's facts.
This is important because people keep
let me
saying,
finish it off, right? And then they're not Malayan, they're not Chinese, they're not Japanese,
You know you're
right?
quoting William.
And they've all got one thing in common.
Sir, Sir,
There is
sir,
none.
sir, sir, sir. You keep saying,
Islam. They've all got one thing in common.
you just said they're not Japanese. I'm gonna have to
They're not
refute
Malaysian,
you.
no.
I'm gonna have to refute you on that.
Well, I
11.
have not heard of any
11.
Malaysian
I'm telling
gang
you.
grooming.
I'm telling you.
Can I
I'm telling
jump in?
you.
Pedo
Listen,
rings.
you know you quoted Quilliam. Who are Quilliam? Who are
A Muslim think tank, right?
Muslim
that
think
makes,
tank. What do they think about? I just want to know
well,
something.
to put your good views forward. To put your good views forward.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
They put good views
Wait, which
forward.
one's answer?
Wrong.
And you're sponsored by the government.
Which one's answer?
You're talking about Quilliam and you don't
So
know
is
about Quilliam.
it run by Muslims? Is it run by Muslims?
Quilliam
Is it run by
are a
Muslims?
self-proclaimed anti-terrorist think tank.
Yeah.
Why are
To promote good things about Islam.
Hear what I'm trying to say. What are anti-terrorists? People who are
talk about it later.
think tank that are dealing with anti-terrorism.
Do you
Wait
not
one
believe their
second.
stats?
Hear what I'm actually asking you. Why are anti-terrorist think tanks dealing with child abuse? That's my first question.
They would have mostly given the.
Sorry?
They would
I'll
most
tell
probably
you
be
why.
the most
Because
unbiased,
despite being
the unbiased
brown-faced-
unit
I'll
to
tell
give
you
the.
what. Despite being brown-faced, they
There's
are
different
actually
stats.
Islamophobes. Do you know who the founder? What?
Yeah, he was a revert,
Who
wasn't
do
he?
you know the founder
He
is?
was a British citizen, well, no, so he was a British
What I'm saying,
citizen.
who's the
that
founder
converted
of
to Islam.
William Foundation?
He converted to Islam, didn't he?
What? No, you're making yourself look silly now. Imagine Nawaz, yes? He was a
No, it wasn't. The founder of Quilliam was founded like 100 years ago.
No, that's the you're really confusing us. That's the guy Quilliam.
Yeah.
When Guy Quilliam founded, his name is Quilliam. You never
Yeah, you say
founded-
Magic Rice,
you
not
never
Muslim,
founded
eh?
the Quilliam Obviously, that Quilliam guy's not around here today, so I don't know why.
but that's what I was on about.
Him.
Well, I
The
thought
founder
that was your
of
question was.
Quilliam-
The founder.
of the Quilliam organization that you're referring to was founded by Majid Nawaz and who's the other white guy?
Who I believe was in prison in Egypt as a terrorist.
Ed Hussein
Correct?
Yeah, it was Ed Hussein, right?
Yeah, well, wasn't he a terrorist
No.
at one point?
No.
In Egypt, and the British got him out?
Islamophobe.
That's a great
Majid
title for a
Nawaz.
newspaper.
It's true, eh?
Great
It's true.
title for- No.
Majid
What do you know
Nawaz.
of him?
Well, it's true. Wasn't he in Egypt in jail?
All right, that's amazing. I was in
As a
Egypt,
terrorist.
yeah, but
And
I
the British
wasn't in
got him out.
jail.
Guys,
Listen.
just so that we can like diffuse attention, right? Because I want to
So
make
he's not
sure
a Muslim,
I
but
wanna make
he was in prison for
I
terrorism.
just want to make sure that the numbers
He was in
are out
prison for
there,
terrorism.
so that we don't have to
He's not
deal
a
with this
Muslim.
whole hardness, right? Because I'm tired of Muslims coming here and having to defend themselves. It's boring, right? We're talking about, right, the COP study. Raj likes to make out that it's a 2013 study that is more comprehensive, right? Please tell me, what's more reliable? A bigger sample size or a smaller sample size? The larger sample size. This is why the 2013 report, Raj, says it on its document. The 2011 study, 2012, is more comprehensive. Let's go to the 2012 study.
Magic
Right?
Rice apostate.
Out of 1,217, 11 are Bangladeshi, 45 are Pakistani. How you even know that all of them are Muslim? We'll get onto that. So 11 plus 45, what's that?
11 plus 45,
56. Now, can you explain to me how 56 out of 1,217 is 84%?
I didn't listen to all the questions, so I can't even answer
Obviously,
it.
because you're only listening to
No,
what
of
you want
course,
to hear,
of
right?
course. No, that's fine. So you don't know the statistics, you don't know the facts,
What,
but
but
you've
what?
come here
But what?
with a narrative that you can't back up.
But what?
So why should any of us take you seriously?
Take what serious? But you mentioned Quilliam then, and
No
then
problem. You like Quilliam?
you mentioned
Let's talk
Magic
about
Rice, and I was
Quilliam's
talking when you were talking to me.
study. My friend, what's your name?
Huey.
Huey, nice to meet you, Huey. I'm Mohammed. That's Hamza. If anyone gets confused. But you like to talk about Quilliam, right? All right, Quilliam stated 84% of
Gang
child
grooming.
sexual abuse, yes,
Gang grooming convictions.
was done by Pakistanis, right? That's
No,
what they say.
Asians.
Asians, then
Malayans,
they jumped
Japanese.
to Pakistanis, and then they somehow got to Muslims. My first question is this: how did Quilliam find out that the 84%, which they say were Asian, were then Pakistani, and then how did it go from being Pakistani to then being Muslim? That's my question. to
I
you.
suppose you can ask the government that.
But that's the thing, the police...
Why would you go in?
No, guys.
I mean,
The police-
it's not gang grooming. You know what grooming means, don't you? Think of dog grooming.
What do you
That's
mean?
not what they do. They rape children. Shouldn't be called gang grooming for a
But here's the thing,
It's like
wait.
Asians and
Even
Muslims.
that
It's a bit like
definition,
Asians
even
and
that
Muslims.
definition, completely flawed. The idea that we separate grooming, right, as a concept is completely flawed.
Right, I don't
The
agree
whole
with
point
that
of grooming is building what? Trust. That's what dogs do. They groom each other to build trust. What do child abusers do? They groom their children to build trust so that they can abuse them. So even your definition of grooming, completely backwards.
It's gang child rape. That's what it is.
Well, listen, how many
There's a
people...
difference.
Let me
There's a
ask you
difference.
something.
If you want to batter it up like that, batter it up like that.
240.
It's gang child rape.
right? Yeah. And they said it was 84% of that, which is 222.
Yeah.
How many how many Asians live in the UK?
The number is insane.
4.4 million.
Yeah.
Yes? 264, sorry, 220, let's give you all of them. 264 out of 4.4 million is less than 0.005.
Can I add on? Can I add on to that?
Can I add on to that? Okay, so we agreeing on this. So we agreeing on this. 84% of gang grooming convictions are committed by 3% of the population. Is that what you're saying? If you're saying 84% of gang grooming convictions are committed by 3% of the population, because Pakistani Muslims are 5% of the population, so if you cut that in half, we'll give you the half percent. So 3% of gang grooming convictions
Here's
are
a joke.
committed by Muslims or Asians.
Muslims, what's the population of them in the UK?
That's what you're saying.
1.5
That's what you're
million.
saying.
So out of that 4 million, you only have 1.5 that identify as Muslim. That means the rest are something else. So that means we can only take a quarter of the statistics that we find anyway as supposedly Muslim, because clearly only 1 in 4 identify as Muslim. So I want to question you, again, even if we were to take 45 Pakistanis, 11 Bangladeshis, how have you found out the identification of their religion? And if they're practicing?
Didn't they identify
Say that again?
court records?
Bring the proof
court
up, sir.
records.
Exactly.
Court records.
Exactly.
Well, they would have been, wouldn't they?
No.
Yeah, of course they get us.
No.
Of course they
the
get
police.
us.
The police have no interest in finding out the religious background
you don't
of
believe,
anyone. So if you want to ask them to do it, go to the Met and ask them to do it.
So let me
please
give you
don't
another
make up facts.
Can I make mention something? Now I can give you names.
What's your good name again?
I can give you names. I can give you names.
What's your
and
good name
towns.
again?
Why is that?
What's your good name again?
Good name.
Okay.
When you use
So it's name, doesn't matter. Whatever. Question went faster. Okay, no problem. The most comprehensive study was in 2012 by the Office of the Children's Commissioner. It is evident that data are more proactively gathered on men and boys of Pakistani and Kurdish origin. Check that out. The most comprehensive study by who? The Office of the Children's Commissioner. Notice there are 3 main studies which have authority in this field, none of which you would of course quote. On Bizoni Quilliam is an authority for you. The CEOP, if I can speak here, I'll speak. How do you know that? I'll speak.
Description of the
Let
police.
me finish. So there are 3 organizations of repute here. The first one is the study, the CEOP, which has been mentioned here already, the CEOP. Everyone knows the CEOP, right? And then you got the OCC, the one which I just mentioned, and the Home Office. All 3 agree groomers target according to vulnerability and not race. But there's a group and an element of society which will tell you that these groomers are looking for girls on the basis of their race, but all three authoritative bodies say this is not true. In regards to your question,
repetitively,
and we've said these things again and again, the difference between us and you is that we bring stats and figures.
We read the papers.
We read
and the thing is, you don't.
They were government figures.
But government is unreliable. Wait.
Unreliable.
They're unreliable. Court records will be unreliable, is it?
The government is unreliable, but Quilliam is.
If you put gang grooming convictions up, we can get the towns, we can get ethnicities.
You can't get their religion.
I'll get it up now. Someone give me a phone.
that Quilliam referred to say
Just give me a phone now. I'll get it up. It'll give you their towns, it'll give you their names, and it'll give their relations.
Okay.
And there's a lot of brothers involved.
Listen, we challenge you here. If you can get their religions out, bring it out. Bring you have Google, you have your phone.
Sorry, what's up? Wait. I want to hear this. Wait, what?
I think you're apologising for a fact.
So, what are we apologising for?
That there's a problem with Asian Muslims.
No. But no, this is an important point, because this is a lovely internet comment about apologists and whatever. Wait, what do you mean apologists? Who's apologised for any of the attacks that have happened? No one. So can I keep asking? No, because feminists used to do this. Now the right wing have picked it up. feminists used to call people who would ask people to do due process for the people being accused are rape apologists. I want to know where you get the balls. I want to know where you get the balls.
So you don't agree with the stats coming from Quilliam?
Can I say something?
So
Can I just further add to that? You now said, Jess, that the Asian population have a problem with paedophilia because of the 84%. If you actually read the studies, there were two types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 abused children because they were vulnerable.
Yes.
Type 2 abused children because they were children. That is the real definition of what a pedophile is. Guess what? 100% of them look like you guys.
It was groups and singles.
You know why?
You're
They
wrong.
were white.
You're wrong.
Can I say
It was groups and singles. It was groups and singles. You were wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
That the whole white
You're just wrong.
population
You're
have
just
a
wrong.
problem with
You're just wrong.
pedophilia.
You've realised it. You're wrong.
Wait, can I quickly add? Can I quickly add?
Groups and
No.
singles. That's type 1,
Can I
type
quickly
2, all
can I
right?
quickly add? Can I quickly add? I can understand why he misunderstands you in particular. Because do you know why they made a type 2 and a type 1?
Well, because it's solo nonsense.
No.
And then nonsense that rape in groups.
No, this is why it's important to read the actual studies. So the CEOP, the reason why they've made two different definitions is because street grooming has now moved to online grooming. Meaning that people now act less in groups to attack people and they act more in accordance to the internet, which is a lot more singularity. It's a lot more singularity. The attacks are a lot shorter, right? And the attacks are a lot shorter.
Repeated on that.
No. The longer ones are more likely to be repeated. The shorter ones have a shorter window in which the offender can repeat, right? So what I'm trying to say, no. I'm trying to clear this up. I'm trying to clear this up. Relax.
This is a big
So
definition.
when we're talking about grooming, we're talking about it as a whole. But you I understand. But you want to split that up.
Well, yeah,
because the numbers are
solo
specific.
animal
No,
nonsense,
but
and
here's the
there's
thing.
gang
Here's the
grooming
problem. It states in the study the more likely offences to happen are the single groups.
Right.
Not the group ones, the single group ones. So why are we focusing on the less likely?
Because
But
the
we're not
stats is
focusing
off
on the
the
more
scale.
likely.
The stats
Because we
is
don't
off the
care.
scale.
No. I want to point this out.
3%
We
of the British
don't
population.
care. We don't care. No. This is
And
the
the
important
reason
point.
for
We
84%
do
of
not
gang
care
grooming
about the
convictions.
victims. Let's be honest. We do not care about the victims.
That's what I was.
what I mean.
Hang on.
No. Let me finish. Let me listen.
How dare you?
We do not care about the victims because we're all here chucking around numbers. We don't know the C. We don't know exactly. We don't know the stats. We don't know the stats, and we don't even know.
We know
why.
the stats. The
Oh, here
stats
we
are
go.
there.
We don't even know why these companies and places in particular are putting up these studies in the first place. We're using them as ways to virtue signal right now. You and your sector people have been so overwhelmed, supposedly overwhelmed with this idea that you're being called Islamophobes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, any
I'm so
criticism-
sorry. That
of
does
the
not
Book of
give you
Affection,
that does not give you the right. That does not give you the right to use sexual abuse victims' tragedies
I'm not
as a way
I'm not afraid.
as a way of villainizing other people. So I really need I need to point this out because I think this is a serious topic, but we keep chucking it around as if it's YouTube views. No, it's a serious topic.
You're more likely.
So we need to stop.
You're
Go on.
more likely to have single nonsense. Yeah, that's stats,
Yeah.
right? But on gang grooming convictions,
Okay.
gang grooming convictions, it is so much over.
Did you?
Correct me if I'm wrong, yes, but we're talking about gang grooming, yes? And in the reports that were quoted by William, they spoke about type 1 and type 2. From what I understand, type 1 involved 2 people, yes? Where type 1 involved 2 people.
Okay,
Two more.
There's two types. One's
more,
for
yeah.
solo and one's for group. So
But-
whether it's good.
Sorry, let me just go back, yes? You then
I
said
get confused which one's
84%, yeah? Were used to then say that Asians have a problem. And I then told you there was 222.
offensive to Asians.
Give me 1 second. 222 people out of 4.4, because we're talking about the whole of the British, not just 2 million Muslims in London. I think that was the stats. But 4.4 million, 264.
5% of the population.
How do you then say that we can say Asians have a problem, yet...
The reason for 84% of gang grooming convictions.
Listen to what's been said.
But there are far more, and who was it? The head of who was dealing with child abuse, I can't recall right now. He said most of child abuse cases was actually dealt, 90% was dealt by white people. How do we know not then say that white people have a
Because they're
problem?
majority of the country, that's why. They've got a problem, they're majority of the country.
You've
We're on about the
misunderstood
5%.
But you are a minority in the whole planet, and you're still #1 pedophilia in the planet.
This shows
number
that
one.
you've
I'll give you
the whole
the
planet.
I'll give you the funny fact.
Don't forget that.
You know, gay searches on from Arab countries, the highest in the world.
Yeah.
I don't have an angle.
That's known
Can I also
fact.
say,
#1 pedophilia is a white man.
Can I also say, yo,
When kangaroo gay searches in Arab
I
countries.
think that there's a massive problem between media and stuff like that saying, right, let's fucking set this community off against that community.
I think it busies the people and diverts.
Can I quickly say as well? Can I quickly say this argument of a majority? It's not a defense. It's not a defense. Just because you're a majority of a country doesn't mean a crime should exist.
No, I know it doesn't.
In an ideal world, a crime
But
shouldn't
you're
exist.
making the
Wait,
point out.
no.
You're making the
That's
point
fine.
out that
That's fine.
mainly white
If we go to
abuse it,
tribes,
the majority of the country are white.
if we go to
You know,
tribes, right,
it's not
untouched by the
it's not a
civilized world,
great
how
stat,
much
full
grooming
stop.
will you find there? 0%, probably 0%.
What's that?
If you go to tribes in the middle of nowhere, right, that haven't been touched by civilization, how much grooming you find there?
Because they deal with
Because you know
Yeah, they
religion,
don't, they don't do it. They don't do it. Yeah, but that's the thing. They're a majority. But that crime doesn't happen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say in particular, this whole thing about your majority, so it's okay for you to do the crime, it's
I didn't
not
say
an
that.
excuse.
What are you on about? I didn't
It's
say
not
that.
an excuse.
I didn't say that word.
Sorry, guys, I just wanted
Don't even infer
this
that.
guy really
They're
wanted
all
to come in.
fucking
He really wanted to come in.
They're all
We've been
fucking
thinking-
animals.
Sorry.
I'm a regular watcher, and what I've been noticing is basically the people that are doing these acts are getting the most airtime on this. Yeah, the victims are not getting talked about. If the victims are up there watching that, yeah, imagine how they feel about us lot arguing between ourselves without mentioning the victims whatsoever.
People are utilising this as a club to hit other people.
Then
There are
stop
issues.
arguing.
But that's the
and
thing, that's the thing.
Twitter.
Can I quickly point out, we have certain people who will come here to the park, right, and use their relatives as some kind of a reason for them having a vendetta. Bear in mind, the victims already
What
have
are
a
you
hard
on
time.
about?
No,
What are
wait.
you on about?
Oh, wait. The victims, I'm talking about Raj.
I knew you
I'll
were
say
on about
Raj.
Raj. I
I'll
knew
say
you were on
Raj.
about Raj.
Now, the victims already have a hard time retelling their cases when they even go to report them. For you to be coming to the park and telling everyone her story, do you not have any shame? Do you not have any shame?
I think he was told that by someone.
Say that again?
Someone brought that up.
There you go.
Someone brought that up. That's why he took offence. Someone brought that up.
Yeah.
Someone brought that up. That's why he took offence.
My granddad's gardener, white bloke, right? He had his hands all over my bollocks as a fucking 5-year-old kid. Not very nice. So I can say, I know how it feels.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But
Exactly.
We were trying to get two communities or three communities, whatever it is, off against each other where we need to go, right, we've all got a problem, let's sort of shit out.
Yeah, but the only problem...
This is actually a resolution. A lot of people have been sticking on the point. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Nobody actually throws forward a resolution.
No, exactly.
That's what I was on about.
Decided to deal with it.
Victims and resolutions instead of arguing between ourselves.
We've got to look at the top of the
We need to source the problem.
to deal with it, right?
We need to source the problem.
So we're arguing amongst ourselves because when we all get on together, right, and
The
start
one with
working
Tommy
together,
Robinson.
we'll go,
29 people in court.
So we'll just get you all
27 of them men, 2 women, all Muslim.
You can't get away from the fact.
There's a problem there.
Can't get away from the fact.
I mean, Telford,
And we can't get away from the fact that
1,000 girls,
From Mr. Tommy, from Mr. Tony Group, there's a pedophilia in jail
male
now.
Muslim population of
From the
3,500.
Group, you have somebody in jail for a pedophilia case.
How's that even?
it's not.
One thing. Yo, guys. One thing. Can I say one thing?
I mean, Telford. You've heard about Telford recently. Telford recently.
I've heard about it,
Yeah, there's 1,000 girls abused by a Muslim male population of 3,500. That's outrageous.
I understand.
There
But
is
you,
also going to be a...
Why isn't the imams out?
say that again?
Why aren't the imams out?
Let me point out. First, you say...
You agree with me, it's
No,
fine.
I understand.
Muslim girls
Now,
are getting...
of course.
in this
I
as
wanna
well,
say-
but the only reason why it's not being
Shazia Hobbs
spoken
says
about
that.
is because
Shazia Hobbs says that.
it's culture.
Muslim girls are targeted too.
Yeah, another thing, right? When we talk about Islam and their accountability, I've already rounded up a bunch of questions that I'm going to ask Hamza today about Islam and its problems in general. But the thing is, I'm going to a Muslim to sort that out, right?
How are we going to deal with this
You
terrorism problem for it?
are demonizing everyone else else and making it a thing where they are alone. You're not helping any solution. You're not offering any solutions. You're not offering any suggestions. You're not offering any kind of aid. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Does anyone remember when Grenfell happened? What establishments opened themselves up to help the victims of Grenfell? It were mosques.
Churches.
It were mosques.
Churches. And the mosques. Yeah. Any religious.
Right? So to say that the Islamic community is not self-aware about their social justice is a complete flaw. Now, wait. Now, you just mentioned Telford. Yeah? You just mentioned Telford. Now, with Telford, right, there's a prominent Asian community. And yes, the crimes that happen there, they're repulsive. They're absolutely repulsive. But now you're taking Telford, which is a small town in the UK.
Rotherham.
Of course.
Oxford, Newbury.
Yeah. You're taking one town. I understand. You're taking one town in the UK, right?
I'm not. I just named 7, 8 off.
You are applying it to the rest of the UK. Now, if I go to Scotland, right, where there's probably a minimal majority, like Asian majority. No. If I go to Scotland, and I find out that it's 96% white people, am I then going to say we have a white people problem in the UK? No, because that's not how you conduct generalization. That's not how you conduct research. I'm so sorry.
On that point, you can't keep saying I'll go further. You're stuck on 84%.
No, I was just mentioning Telford.
That was bad. You're saying 84% of these grooming gangs were done by Asians. Therefore, Asians have a problem. What you didn't realize, one we already pointed out, type 2 of grooming gangs was 100% white. But we don't say that it was 100% white. Read the reports that William Roper referred to. We do not say that white people have a problem. Let me make my point. The reason being is the percentages don't always work out right. We could have one person, let's imagine there's no child abuse. Here's the argument. Imagine there's no child abuse in the whole country. Imagine one person, he's white. Let's say he's white. Yeah? He commits this crime. Do you know what the stats then say in percentages? 100% of child abuses are carried out by white people. That percentage now looks a lot worse. Do you understand the logic?
I understand the logic.
What did I say?
I understand the logic.
But we're not allowing it, and it's driving it more underground.
Committed by 3% of the population.
No, you completely lost it. You didn't understand at all. You didn't understand at all. I told you there were 222 Asians, which one we don't know if they're Pakistani and definitely know if they're
psychological therapy.
Sir, have you
222, yes, out of 4.4 million. How do you then say 84%? You don't understand it.
Have you visited anyone that's been groomed?
222. Do you know what they did? I'll tell you why. Imagine this.
Or do you think it just happened because it goes on?
Imagine this. I say, and I'm only using this example because this is what I can think about. But the black population who are arrested is higher than any other population. Therefore, there is a problem amongst black people. Now, let me finish this point. Now, we can extrapolate and say, look, black people are somehow, they have some sort of tendency
Why are black people getting killed in London? Because it's a gang problem.
They tend to go towards criminality. But what you do, is you're ignoring other factors. The other factors, such as that black people are more likely to be stopped by the police. And then secondly, the whole judiciary system is run by white people. And therefore, black people are more likely. What I'm trying to say is, yes.
Unless they can guarantee you've got a weapon, they can't stop and search
you. The point, man. What I'm trying to say is they look for a very specific crime where it just so happened Asians were dominating in there. And then we said, oh look, we all Asians have a problem. But it doesn't work like that.
How can you refuse, right, a Muslim think tank, right, giving you the stats?
William, they have no authority
to do
a
terrorist in Egypt.
William have no authority to speak about issues about child abuse.
Is he an apostate?
I used to work for the government. I'm not going to start doing research because I don't have that authority or background knowledge. Okay, listen.
Is Majid Noor an apostate?
Foundation, what have they got to do with child abuse? Have they ever studied a piece of work?
Brother, he's not listening to you.
Yes?
His program is anti-Islam, that's it.
Is Majid Noor apostate? Do you agree with Majid Noor?
Listen, that's neither here or there.
You're going to pass comment on Majid Noor?
I tell you what though,
Okay.
he did win Islamophobe of the Year award, yes, by Southern Law.
Did you vote for him? Did you vote for him?
Another interesting fact.
Funny, isn't it? The owner of the Quilliam Foundation, who did this research, he was awarded an award for being an Islamophobe.
Yeah, because he
Who
exposes
on earth
grooming.
wins an award for being an Islamophobe? But that kind of tells you what kind of people these are that dealt with this research, which they shouldn't do, because terrorism is what they're supposed to deal with.
He was into
And
terrorism.
then they
Majid
can't.
Noor was into terrorism.
There's a difference.
He was in Egypt for
You can say
terrorism.
Islamophobe. You can
Brits
say
got him out.
Islamophobe.
Yes, he was in prison. Yes,
For terrorism.
which kind of tells
For
you
terrorism.
more about him. He's gone
terrorism.
from one extreme to the other
terrorism.
extreme. He's still an extremist.
Interesting fact. One of the guys that's in charge of looking after kids turned out to be a
Exactly. The perfect regime. Like someone.
But, you know,
Right, but we can't say this just generally. We have people who are black, white, Asian. I'm not going to then say this because something about your skin color, you're a pedophile. It's stupid. You live in the real
I'm not
world.
going on skin colour, I'm going on facts. We're going on facts.
No. You're too smart. No. You're too smart to be getting angry. You're too smart to be getting angry. No. Don't worry. Passionate here, whatever. We've got so many other subjects that we can address. We've just shown that when it comes to white death, right? We just talked about the Black Lives Matter to 4 people who took on the disabled kid and tortured him, right? Complete high, nothing but sympathy. You just said, right? There's people who are Islamophobic. We know this. This guy laughs. We just talked about. We just talked about.
I get caught on Islamophobic every time I talk about Islam. Every time I talk about Islam.
This guy says, why are black people killing each other in the UK?
I'm supposed to call me a
So here's the
racist.
thing. No. Here's the thing.
What kind of
I
hat
will,
is he
yeah?
wearing?
There he is.
Tell me what hat he's wearing.
And the guy's wearing.
I'm a racist,
yeah.
isn't I?
The guy's.
And I'm
No, wait. I think we
See?
genuinely. I think we need to
Standard.
spend less time with people like
So
this.
how am I being racist?
Because it's very clear. They don't read. It's very clear.
So you don't know I'm a racist?
It's very clear that they have hate in their heart.
Thanks for your input.
I'm just speaking.
Thanks for
I'm
your
speaking
input.
to this gentleman here. He's able to build a bridge so we can go back and forth.
So
and discuss the topic.
can we start labelling people
This
then?
whole thing about building the bricks for the war right now.
Can we start labelling people? Can I start labelling you?
Talking about
things?
solutions.
Can I start labelling you then?
The CEO actually mentioned some of the
Do you like kids?
reasons why these people were vulnerable.
Do you like kids? Do you like kids?
Ship parenting,
Question, do you like
drugs,
kids?
as well, that could be a problem sometimes.
drugs also, and alcohol abuse.
I've got nephews that I love.
And not only that, can I just say, a lot of people say, you know, why were the perpetrators Asian? What made few people actually mention? I don't think
But you just called me a
mentioned
racist.
this, but
Why you
they
ask that
actually
question if you like
constitute
kids?
a large amount of the
Unless you're
nighttime
thinking about it.
Are you alright?
Now, nighttime
He's just called me a racist. He's called me something. He's called me something very offensive.
Thinking about it.
He's called me something very offensive.
That is
He's called me something very offensive. He has called me something very offensive.
Shut up.
And so we have.
You're a sick man, aren't you?
He's called me something very offensive.
Come up with a
He's called
question.
me something very
How could you
offensive.
come up with a question like that? Do you like children?
Well, he's just called me a racist.
Give him the time of day.
He's just called me a
Don't give him the
racist.
time of day. You're much better than that. You're much better than
How am I a racist? That was the next question. How am I? How
What do you
am
mean
I?
by your cat?
How am I?
What do
How
you
am
mean
I
by
a
your
racist?
cat?
Because of this hat.
Yeah, what's it mean? What do you
Make
Make
it
it great,
So what?
Sorry, there's a few things.
I think it's on the downward spiral at the moment.
In what way?
But the first thing, a lot of people said it was because
Does that make me racist? Does that make me racist?
they were in
idiot.
nighttime economy, which is them because how they
Look at his boyfriend.
I'm a racist. Yeah, I'm a racist because I'm wearing the hat.
vulnerable people.
It's
And
I've heard your whole.
white, vulnerable people who happen to be white, only, and in the
I don't
report
wanna
they
say
said
it.
that is because they were given greater liberties than other ethnicities.
Now they're allowed to swear
That's
because
why they were
they got
white.
these
But that's
bands
why they were
and
Asian.
straps,
Not
you
because
understand? They're
they were
bar
Asian,
straps,
they have something
bar
in their
straps,
culture
and they
to
get to
them
the train
which white
station,
girls do.
stand and this, that, the other, and let him walk through.
He's a racist as well, is he?
Walk through Labrador Grove with his girlfriend.
Hey, trust me, I walk everywhere with this. No one stops me wearing this.
Take your boyfriend for some couscous in Labrador Grove,
Would you
yeah?
get beaten up for that? Would you get beaten up for that?
Take your boyfriend for some.
Would you get beaten up for that? Is that what you're trying to say?
Get beaten up for that.
Religion of peace, eh?
How do you know what religion I am?
Just just say it.
How do you know what religion I am? Religion of peace, because I've got brown eyes and I've got a bit of stubble.
We have black people amongst us. It's like
So you have a problem walking to
That guy doesn't know where I'm from. It says religion of peace. So is that not
He
touching me on my
said he'd have a problem walking through Lambeth. He said he'd have a problem walking through Lambeth. That's what he said.
He just said religion
He said
of
he'd have a
peace.
problem
How
walking
do you
through
know I am Muslim?
But it's similar to Raj, isn't it? Raj said, how do you know if a Muslim is a Muslim? If his name is Mohammed.
one of them that the girls were vulnerable because they were influenced at night and
I think it was I think in the Leeds case. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Let's try again.
Fuck you.
I am Muslim and I
give a fuck.
and I worship Allah and I follow Muhammad. That's a Muslim. Somebody said my name is Muhammad.
On a grander scale as well.
Not being it.
Yeah, but some of them are diviners that rich, but they still call themselves
And someone
See your hat.
There's a middle ground.
Why is Britain not great right now? Why? Because there's too many foreigners.
I mean, think about that, we had 2 world wars, we survived them, prevailed through adversity,
Wherever you go.
and I think, the whole point to be honest with you, when we were down on our knees, that was the best time, because we all pulled together. Now it's all gone too easy, and the countries go
Why is
shit.
Britain not great? Because you've got foreigners, you've got Muslims in the country. Is that what it is?
No, not necessarily that. There's a lot. I've got no problem with immigration. I believe in controlled immigration. I believe in controlled immigration.
Right.
I mean, personally,
You don't believe in it being a multicultural country?
sorry? I totally agree with the multicultural country, but only with professions we need. What professions we need at that time?
So you don't need Islam, basically, that's what you're saying.
Sorry?
So you're saying the only people that we need are Muslims.
Who mentioned Muslims?
You said, do you agree with controlled immigration?
Yeah.
With people that we need, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean, with people that we need?
Well, you said Muslims. I didn't mention Muslims.
No, I'm asking
You mentioned
do you need
Muslims.
Muslims?
Not me. You mentioned
I'm
Muslims.
asking you.
No, you mentioned Muslims. You said Muslims. So you don't want Muslims. That's what you said. It's unsafe.
I don't want Muslims.
It's unsafe. Yeah, that's what I want. I want control immigration.
No, already said.
I want to control the immigration that comes in our country, which is understandable.
Trump was controlled immigration.
Why have you? Let me ask you. Have you got a problem with foreigners coming here from a different country to better their lives?
No, because if I was in a shithole country, I'd want to better my life.
It seems that way when it happened.
No, but I don't blame anyone for coming to Britain to try and better
We
themselves.
are an immigrant.
Where are you from?
So we're now enforcing our
Yeah, I'm Polish.
cultural kind of like influence onto a place that had a hard
Polish. I
time
don't like
slowly
English.
coming up into
It's not English people. English people.
I could take great offence by that.
values are going to take a little while to get to where we're at.
It's a good
Even if it's superior, I don't necessarily think it's superior.
I know you kiss Trump's ass. Come on, have some Trump.
We need to hear that as well.
Sorry?
You got that hat from Trump, mate.
I got that free off a friend of mine.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I got that free. I got it free.
Don't take the cap off. You need some gel, my man. Your hair's terrible. Don't take your hair.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off. Let's have a look.
But listen, but are you serious about immigration control? Can you retreat from North America and South America and Australia? Can you retreat from that? Can you take all the white people out from there?
now the West.
Let's go back to Tuesday.
You are number one immigrant on the planet. You know that. Number fucking one immigrant on the planet. Anywhere you go, you take guns and you take over the land and you start mines.
Guys, can I quickly jump in because I just want to say there's a danger here, right, of blaming white people, and I don't want to get